Good morning. I'm Kathleen Tagle, the Executive Director of the Southeast Region for Canine Companions, and it's my pleasure to welcome you here today for those in person and for those watching on the live stream. I'd like to thank you for sharing your time today as we celebrate the last graduation ceremony of this year. So it's also our annual sign language interpreted class. Did you know that American Sign Language is considered a foreign language? It has its own vocabulary, grammar, word order, and style, and does not necessarily reflect English words. I did not know all this. And different countries have different sign language. Sign language developed naturally from interactions between people and was influenced by their age, gender, culture, and more. And there are about 6,000 different sign languages around the world. Sign language interpreting requires a high level of focus, listening, and concentration. That's why I love watching Tori Diaz and Mary Harris, who's watching us on the live stream, and they're so hard at work all week, and I'm just in awe of what they do. For the past 2 weeks, they've supported this class, working hard every day, even during a hurricane. So thank you to Tori and Mary on the live stream. As we begin our ceremony, I want to be the first to offer my congratulations to the November Hearing Dog Team Training graduating class and to the 3 selfless puppy raisers who generously gave their love, time, and care to these dogs and laid the foundation that led them to become a hearing dog. At Canine Companions, we have a set of core values that guide us each and every day. These values come to life during team training classes. All around campus, compassionate service can be witnessed by volunteers who bring lunch, dogs that get bathed, personalized blankets and cookies are shared, students help each other in class, and staff support each other. These students strived for excellence as they took feedback from Mary and Amanda and put that into action to be the best handlers they could be. And one thing that ties all of this together is teamwork, which is so abundant as so many people, volunteers, puppy raisers, donors, and staff came together to make today a reality. All of your efforts collectively lead us to this day, the moment when you'll witness when your support, generosity, and efforts turn into providing independence, companionship, and hope for the future. The 3 graduates here today are fun, positive, and hardworking. I have enjoyed watching their confidence build and their excitement grow for what the future holds. I'm excited for each of you as you leave here today and start a new chapter in your lives. It's been our pleasure to have you on campus, even during Hurricane Nicole, and we know that this is just the beginning, with many exciting adventures to come. We're confident in your success and promise to support you throughout the lifetime of your placement. It's now my pleasure to introduce to you Mary Johnson, our hearing dog instructor, who will tell you more about hearing dogs, and she will begin the passing of the leash ceremony. So thank you very much, and Mary, please join.
All right, good morning, everyone. You know, when I sat down to write my speech earlier this week, my mind was a flurry of emotions and thoughts. Normally, I love to tie in the thought of Thanksgiving during our November team training introductions, since it is Thanksgiving next week. However, this class cannot be honored without mention of the 4th and most uninvited guest of our team training class, who goes by the name of Nicole. I always tell the students in an email before class that this will be an experience they will never forget. And boy, I wasn't kidding with that. Last week on Thursday, our campus sustained a hit by Hurricane Nicole, and the offices were closed for the day. You know, this is only the second time in our 22-year history of this campus where we had an ongoing team training class that was impacted by a hurricane. Not only that, we also were impacted by the effects after, including no electricity and tons of debris all over campus. However, as I sat and reflected on this class, the one thing that has stood out about these three incredible individuals is their resiliency and their flexibility. All three live with hearing loss that puts them in a world where they feel secluded from others. Their intent to come to Canine Companions to receive a dog is to help open those lines of communication and have a second set of ears next to them, one that happens to be pretty darn cute too. Normally, during the first week of team training, there is a seamless day-to-day flow of activity centered around our campus here. And we turn our attention to going into public outings the second week of class. And we do this to ensure the clients have everything they need before we send them out into a distracting environment so that they can problem solve any challenge that may come at them. However, thanks to the attendance of our friend Nicole, these three students were put to the test earlier than usual, needing to move off of campus and live in hotels for a brief period of time after only the third day of class. And this even included taking their dogs back to a hotel over a very busy weekend. This is something that was quite unprecedented and quite unusual during this class, and I'm sure will be talked about for many years to come. Now, here's the part where my gratitude comes in. I will be forever thankful to these three people for their trust in us and their willingness to do whatever we needed to work around the challenges that this hurricane brought. Even though things went completely and totally unexpectedly, they were ready, willing, and able to go with the flow. Rob, Molly, and Sam did not bat an eye, at least that we noticed, as us instructors needed to think on the fly as conditions changed day to day and what seemed like hour to hour. You know, as a Canine Companions instructor, it is our duty that we ensure that we communicate a large amount of information to our students in just a very short amount of time to allow them to go home and be successful with their new hearing dog. I do have to be honest that there were parts of this class where I was very concerned. I was worried, and I was concerned that we were going to fail the students. Not because that we tried, but just because everything was changing. Are they ready to do this? Have we forgotten something? Have we given them all the information? Is there something we missed? I have a detailed schedule that I follow every day, and it lists everything we need to cover each day. By last Friday, when we were back on campus, at least for class during the day, this schedule had been written no more than 3 times. With the help of a village of great staff, we were able to get the students back on campus in a thoroughly cleaned and sanitized dorm. And as this week has gone on, I have finally felt my confidence growing and knowing that, yes, these students are going to be just fine. So now let me introduce you to them. Rob, can you come up to the front and face the audience? Rob is from New York, and he is here to receive a successor dog who is already only has eyes for her. She just sat up. She knows where she's going. Rob has had 2 dogs before this dog, having received his first Canine Companions dog in 2005. Rob knows that he feels safer and more aware of the sounds in the environment as well as his home. Canine Companions dogs have made him feel whole. Rob has been matched with a somewhat smaller dog than he's accustomed to, but he's already said that Spruce is doing great. Spruce the third is a female Labrador Golden Retriever cross, and she was the second puppy raised by Nicole Troilo of Oviedo, Florida, and she is here to present Spruce today. With Rob still up here, it is my honor to present to him a special edition Canine Companions Challenge coin. Oh boy. Here we go. Challenge coins date back to World War I, when a soldier who kept a bronze coin from his captain in a leather pouch around his neck was captured by the Germans. When he escaped, he avoided execution by the French when they recognized the unit insignia on the coin. It then became tradition for military members to carry challenge coins, and today they are popular throughout all branches of the military. Consistent with this military tradition, Canine Companions honors veterans teams with our challenge coin. Rob served in field artillery in the United States Army from 1974 until 1991, when he was medically retired due to an injury sustained in the Gulf War. Rob, I am incredibly honored to know you and to have worked with you in this class. I know I speak for everyone when I say a tremendous thank you for your service. And please accept this coin on behalf of Canine Companions. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Molly. All right, our next graduate is Molly, and she is from St. Augustine, Florida. For the last 12 years, Molly has had her own self-trained assistance dog who has been constantly by her side and has been an incredible help for her hearing loss. But Molly realized that Angie was getting older, and it was time to seek out another organization to train a new dog for her. Molly, I'm so glad you found Canine Companions. one of the funniest things that happened in this class didn't happen yesterday. It's not what you're thinking. We're not going to talk about that. What happens in team training stays in team training, other than this. So the first day of class, she was working with a dog who's not the dog she's matched with now. But this particular dog had such a strong alert. She knows where I'm going. This dog almost knocked her over. All of us started to laugh, but it was wonderful because it helped to break those first day jitters and calm the anxieties that generally come with the start of a team training class. Molly's been placed with Maxine the Fifth, a spunky and smart Labrador Golden Retriever cross. While we know that Max has some very big paws to fill, we have no doubt that both of you will do wonderful things as you go home. Maxine was the 8th puppy raised by volunteer puppy raiser Eva Stannard of Conway, South Carolina, and she is here to present Maxine today. Go away. All right, our last graduate is Samantha, and she's a newer resident of Jacksonville, Florida. Sam was born with bilateral deafness and has used American Sign Language her entire life. While she is somewhat quiet and admittedly nervous during class, Samantha has grown into a wonderful handler. Her mom, Marion, has come to class on and off, and she is so grateful to see her daughter matched with a dog that will help her feel more confident at home when she's alone and also out in public. Now, as a mom myself, I can understand the relief and the excitement that mom must feel watching her daughter gain independence that she's been anticipating for years. And you know, it always seems like the biggest dog inevitably gets placed with the most petite student in class. And this is no different. Sam has been placed with Laddie the Third, a goofy and tail-wagging Labrador Golden Retriever cross. But don't let this exterior fool you. Deep down inside, he has a heart who loves deeply, and he's always ready to work. Laddie was the first puppy raised by Linda Lim of nearby Winter Garden, Florida, and she is here to present Laddie today. See? The tail never stops wagging. All right, congratulations to the November 2022 Hearing Dog graduates. Next, I would like to introduce Samantha. She is going to give you the class speech and a look into the experience that they had the last 2 weeks.
Thank you.
I do that every 3 months.
Good morning. My name is Samantha. I'm thrilled to have this opportunity to receive my first hearing dog. I want to thank Mary and Amanda and the trainer, our interpreters, Tori and Mary, Shelley Locke, the program director, Kathleen Tagle, the executive director of the Southeast region, Linda, the wonderful dorm and building caretaker, Tim for maintaining the building and working outside during the hurricane and all of the other staff behind the scenes who make it possible for moments like today to happen. Thank you. Yeah. I also would like to give a big thank you to the volunteers who took their time to provide delicious lunches to us. And another thank you to everyone involved, from the breeder and the caretakers and the puppy raising to donors and beyond. We appreciate how hard each one of you works to accommodate us. Let me start off by saying that our team training here was like no other here at Canine Companions because of Hurricane Nicole, which brought us to a new environment, a hotel with our dogs that we had only been working with for 3 days. Talk about nerve-wracking, but we all did well. Let me tell you a little bit about our class. Rob, this is his third hearing dog named Spruce, and his third team training, all of which he says has been awesome. Each dog he has received has been a positive experience in his life. Without these amazing hearing dogs, Rob's independence would not be as successful. As for Molly, this dog represents independence and will permit her to understand what is happening around her in her home. She is also looking forward to continuing the bond with Maxine. That will help her feel more secure in her independence. Quote from Molly, "I promise to walk tall and smile." For me, I will be honest, I thought having a hearing dog would take away my independence, but boy, was I wrong. Laddie, my goofball, is going to make my life secure and full of fun. Having a hearing dog is going to make me feel confident and not feeling like I am missing out on sounds in the world. I want to close this speech by saying this team training has given us lifetime friends, continued education, and a large, wonderful support team. Thank you to each one of you involved from the bottom of our hearts. Now, let's go. It is also my pleasure at this time to introduce the team training video tribute. You can get a glimpse of our dogs as puppies and our experience here during team training.
Man, what a great Christmas present. So going back to the idea of gratitude and Thanksgiving that I spoke of earlier, I do want to take a moment to give my most sincere thanks to this group of coworkers I have the privilege of working with day in and day out. As we made the difficult yet necessary decision to have the students move to a hotel, there was a group of several people working together to ensure that all decisions were made, things were coordinated, and ensured that every detail was thought of. I am thankful to my coworker and co-instructor Amanda for being able to jump in as needed for the times I had to be called away to do such small things like turn the power on to some of the buildings. These students would not have the success that they have without you and your excellent instruction. To our kennel staff. My first job was in the kennels here at Canine Companions, and I will always hold a special place for our kennels. The work that our kennel staff does is prioritized by them to be the most important part of their workday. I thank you all for always rising to the task and being able to do what is needed to ensure the best interests and the health of the dog are taken care of. To our development and our administration staff who work tirelessly to keep the organization going through funding, donors, or getting our mission out there through media and events. Thank you every day for the work that you do. And because of this work, our organization is thriving. You all worked so hard for our gala last month, and our success would not have come without all of your work. And thank you to all who are watching or who are here in our room. I am forever grateful to say, I know a lot of you. And to those who I don't know personally, I still want to thank you for being a part of our mission and a piece of making these dreams come true for our clients who are coming to get independence. To the puppy raisers of the 3 dogs and to all puppy raisers, thank you. Sorry, I got a little distracted. Spruce is rolled over on her back. I think Spruce is telling me to hurry this up and stop talking. Spruce, I'm talking about your puppy raiser. All right. There's not much that I could say that hasn't been said before, but I would be remiss if I did not extend my most sincere thank you to you guys and to all of our puppy raisers. And to all of you who are watching at home, who have taken time out of your day to watch this video and this graduation. No matter if this is your first experience with Canine Companions or it extends into different parts of our organization, thank you all. Now, for all of you that are here in the room, we have the opportunity to do a tour of campus if you've not been able to do one before. Our wonderful volunteer, Marty Fisher. Raise your hand, Marty Fisher. Thank you, sir. In about 15 minutes, he will be conducting a tour of campus. So if you are interested, please meet him in the back of the room by the crates, let's say 11:45. And last, for those who are here, please stay. Enjoy some refreshments in the back of the room that were provided by our volunteer extraordinaires, Connie Gam, Linda Mucha, Robin Sanchez, and Denise Witenko. Now, to you 3. Oh boy. Thank you guys for everything. You came to this campus full of nerves and questions. You probably still have nerves and questions, but here you are. I thank you for the laughs we've shared, for your hard work in preparing for this day, and above all, putting up with my really bad attempts at sign language. Your journey starts forever, and I wish you nothing but the best of luck. To everyone, happy holidays, safe travels wherever you may go, and for one last time, you are released.